am going to make this video as a heart and a thank you to Quinn Ewers. So before I start all of that, I just want to say hook 'em, go Texas. A lot of people are going to have a lot of crap to say about this video, but I needed to make this video and thank Quinn Ewers for every single thing he has brought to the University of Texas. He came to us when we were 5-7. He believed in this program when we were 5-7. And everybody says the one thing in life you want to do is leave situations better than you found them. I believe that Quinn Ewers is leaving the University of Texas football program better than he found it. And for that, I appreciate him. And for that, I will praise him. And for that, I will say, if you are a football fan of any organization, I don't care if it's college, high school, whatever you're a part of, when you see a guy that comes in and changes and kind of course corrects your program and steers you down a different direction, you have nothing to do but applaud that man for what he has done for the University of Texas program. And I get it. He was met with backlash. He was met with people that didn't think he was good enough. He had Arch Manning behind him. He had all of these things going against him. But the one thing Quinn Ewers did that nobody can ever take away from him is he had 2 consecutive 10-win seasons. He got us to the semifinals twice. He put the team on his back, and he also won us a Big 12 championship as we were leaving. Now, some of you will say, it wasn't just Quinn. It wasn't just Quinn. If you're going to give him all the slack for us losing, then you have to give him the credit for us winning. So I am going to be the first to say, thank you, Quinn Ewers, for stepping into a role that a lot of people thought you were crazy to accept because we weren't a very good football team. Thank you for believing in this program. Thank you for all the slack that you have taken. Thank you for never talking to us as fans. Thank you for going out, doing your thing, doing whatever you needed to do on that football field. I appreciate you. This program appreciates you, and you have left this program in a better place than you found it. And for that, I want to say thank you. Shout out to Sark for keeping his plan. Everybody at the University of Texas that supports this football program, that knows what this football program is all about, knew the plan coming into this. The plan was to get Arch Manning. The plan was to let Arch Manning redshirt. The plan was to let Ewers play again and let Arch Manning back up Quinn. All of that happened, and it was executed perfectly. And so in a world where a lot of people don't keep their words, in a world where a lot of people go back on the things that they say, I respect Sark for doing what Sark said he was going to do. I respect Arch for Arch doing what he said he was going to do. And I respect Ewers for doing what he said he was going to do. So shout out to all 3 of those humans who handled the situation perfectly. I very much appreciate it. Now let me get into the other side of this video. It is so easy for us to pour on about the negatives that somebody brings to the table. We can look at anybody. I can look at myself. Hell, I can look at myself in the camera and be like, oh my God, this is leaning more over to this side than it is to this side. Or, oh my gosh, I look off-centered. Or, oh my gosh, the mic or whatever. I can always nitpick negative things in people. It's easy. However, what I'm not going to do is make this video and nitpick Ewers. I am going to talk about the things that Ewers did for this Texas football program. Because if you're a fan of the Texas football program, you should appreciate what he brought to the table. We spend so much time thinking about the things that he's not doing and thinking about the things that he can't do, and we don't appreciate the things that he did do. Some things that he did do, Quinn Ewers was responsible for a lot of people coming back to play for the University of Texas in 2024 because he was their leader. He got them ready to go and to come back and to lead this charge again. Quinn Ewers, no matter what you say about him on the field, is a leader. He was a leader in the locker room. He was a leader by the work that he put in. He was a leader by the work that he was putting in when none of us knew he was putting in the work. That is what you want. So if you're going to tell me that he should have done this, he should have done that, he should have done that, what I first want to do is appreciate the things that he did do. Appreciate the times that he went above and beyond. And a lot of Texas fans know exactly what I'm talking about. The times that he went above and beyond when he didn't have to. He did that because that is who he is. And he is going to be applauded from me from going above and beyond. This program has been to the semifinals twice. A lot of people will be like, yeah, well, you lost because of Ewers. I don't believe we lost only because of Ewers. However, you can't take away from him the fact that he got us there twice. You also can't take away the fact from him that he has 2 10-win back-to-back seasons. That is impressive. That is doing something that people thought that Texas couldn't do. And you cannot take that away from him. A couple of other things. Quinn never lost to an unranked football team. Think about what I'm saying here. Quinn Ewers never lost to an unranked football team. That is impressive. There are so many teams out here and so many moments where players can lose their focus or lose their whatever, and they can lose a game because they've lost that. That didn't happen with Ewers. Ewers did not lose to an unranked team ever in his career at Texas. 17-0, I think. That is impressive. So I will applaud that. For 3 years, Ewers was a stable quarterback for the University of Texas. I could not tell you how much Texas needed stability. As a Texas fan, for like 10 to 15 years, we were struggling. We had different quarterbacks. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what to do. Quinn Ewers deserves a lot of credit for the consistency that he brought back to this Texas football program. Yes, people will say, yeah, but this, yeah, but that, yeah, but that. I am not going to do that. I am not here to nitpick everything he didn't do. I am here to praise him for the things that he did do. In this world where we always say, yeah, but the money, yeah, but they don't want to compete. Yeah, they don't want to do that. Yeah, they don't want to do that. You cannot say that about Ewers. Ewers had Manning behind him, so you can't say he didn't want to compete. Ewers didn't run off for money. You can't say that. All of the things that we usually say about these athletes, all the things we say, by the way, that we actually don't know to be true. We just accuse these athletes of these things to make it fit our narrative. But whatever. All of the things that we say about these players, Quinn didn't do any of those things. He stayed here. He was the quarterback. The fan base was 50-50 split on a good day, and he still stood in what he was doing, and he still led this team. That is remarkable. That is what leaders do. Leaders don't care about what anybody has to say about them. They just step in and they just do their job. And for 3 years, Quinn Ewers was the quarterback at the University of Texas, and I think he did a great job. He left this program better than he found it, and that is more than any other quarterback besides Colt McCoy, obviously, but that any other quarterback has been able to do over the past 10, 12 years. Quinn Ewers did the thing that a lot of quarterbacks haven't been able to do, and he was stability, and he led us, and we are better because of Quinn Ewers. Arch Manning next year is going to be better because of Quinn Ewers. You want to know how I know that? Because Quinn Ewers set the standard. Quinn Ewers reset the standard for the University of Texas. Quinn Ewers set the standard for what it means to be the quarterback at the University of Texas. So now Arch has to go be better than Ewers. If Arch is better than Ewers, you know what that means? That means we win an SEC championship, and that means we win a national championship. If that is the payoff that we get from having Quinn Ewers and then turning the football over to Arch Manning, then Quinn Ewers did a really good fucking job. And there's nothing that any of you can say that will take that away from him. Quinn has raised the standard of what we expect Texas quarterbacks to be at the University of Texas. And if you're looking at this in any other way, that is because you have a problem with Ewers and you're not looking at this in a way that is program building. I am a program woman. I cheer for programs. I don't care who the quarterback is. I am going to cheer for the program. If somebody steps in and resets the market and resets our expectations and makes us re-believe in something, that person should get credit for that. And for right now, that person is yours. So I'm going to give him his credit for that. I remember where we were 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 11 years ago. I remember how bad this Texas program was. I remember where we were before Quinn Ewers stepped in to become the quarterback at the University of Texas. And because I remember that, and because I remember that process, I am happy that this is where we're at. And I am happy to celebrate Ewers and to thank him for a job well done, and to thank him for bringing back this Texas football program, and to thank him for, even with all the noise, even with everything going on, he stood 10 toes down for this Texas program, and he gave this Texas program every single thing he had, and I will forever respect him for that. If you would have told me in 2021 and 2025, this would be where the program is at, I would say, give me that, sign me up for that any day of the week. Thank you, Quinn Ewers, for everything that you brought to the University of Texas. Thank you for being you. Now go be great in the NFL. Go silence all of these people by being great in the NFL. And also thank you for setting the standard for Arch Manning, because now Arch Manning has shoes to fill. Arch Manning doesn't just get to come and be the quarterback at Texas and we just accept whatever he puts out. Arch Manning will now be held to the standard that Quinn has set for him. So some of you are going to say, well, that's not very high. It is very high. Quinn led us to the SEC championship. Quinn led us to the semifinals. So that is now the standard for this Texas football program. And if Arch doesn't reach that standard, some of you need to go apologize to Quinn Ewers. I will end this video here by saying again, thank you, Ewers, for every single thing that you brought to the University of Texas. Thank you for getting us back. Thank you for bringing us back to a place where people don't laugh at us anymore. People are now looking at us like a serious program, and that starts with leadership at the quarterback position, and we have that. He has now passed the baton, and I'll always respect him for that. So I am going to end this video here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, I will see you in my next video. Hook 'em.